Why do men cheat? Women think we just animals and we just do it because we just do it, but there's a whole psychology behind it. When women cheat, it's because they're not getting what they supposed to be getting. When men cheat, we just stupid animals, we just dogs. Why do men cheat? Let's talk about it. Hey, all my listeners out there, thanks for tuning in. This is a So Latest Early show, so ain't too much hype on this one. So if you're looking for the hype shows, you gotta click on another number. But anyway, the topic of this one is cheating. Why do men cheat? Why do men cheat? Well, I don't have no scientific and metaphysical shit for you. I'm gonna give you my personal experience and the things I've talked about with the guys that I know in my few years of living, and we'll get a comprehensive view of the basics, I guess. So, why do men cheat? Men usually cheat motivated by pure lust. Um, Somebody that intrigues us, she's with it, she's down for the cause, you want to call it that. And whether you have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, doesn't matter, maybe, if that's the situation. Well, that would be the situation if you're cheating. And it goes through, or you deceive the other girl, you lie to her, she doesn't know you have a girlfriend, and y'all do your thing. Now, men do that because, all right, I'm going to drop it out there, and it's going to come off a little arrogant and ignorant, but it is what it is. Men cheat because growing up we learn that, in a sense, pussy is a commodity. Sex is a commodity. If you're a guy that can sleep with lots of girls, there's a certain value placed on you by your other male friends and by the females too. There's a value placed on you. It's considered masculine, you know? There's even women that after they're married to the guy, they go, oh yeah, this guy, he used to fuck everything moving everywhere till he got with me, you know? So guys cheat. It's not even an opportunity because guys will do that shit at the most inopportune time. Guys cheat basically for lust. The second hand portion of it is guys will cheat when they can't get what they're looking for, what they long for, what their most primal things are at home. I know ladies ain't gonna like to hear that. But it's the truth. Excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking a little bit of Hennessy when I'm talking to y'all. But it's the truth. Guys cheat also because you're not getting what you need at home. You can't turn to your woman and ask for some head. You're not getting anal. You're not getting just enough pussy, period. And if you try to bring it up at home, it becomes a whole issue. Now, I know I'm going to have my peoples out there that's like, oh, that shit sounds kind of personal, Sess. And it could be, but it's not. This is just what we're talking about right now, and I'm speaking from a little bit of my own personal experience, yes, but from what I gather from other things that I've seen, read, and heard, and experienced with close friends or family members. So it's also the truth. Men cheat because they're not getting what they want at home, too. It's the same reason why women cheat. Weird. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. How about that? So, woman, your man is running out because you're not fulfilling something. Now, there's always an exception. There's some guys that's just fucking jerks. They just run out. But for the most part, when you talk about cheating for a man that actually loves you and ain't been doing nothing, and suddenly it's something like that. He can't talk to you and reach you in a certain way he needs to. I mean, really. We're not even going to address the guys that just run out and do their thing, because that's a whole other show in itself. Maybe that's a Why Men Cheat Part 2. The women the men cheat with. The women the men cheat with don't necessarily fit a criteria all the time. Men are interesting like that. You see, if you're married or you have a wife and you actually love her, then you might lessen the type of girl you would usually have talked to cheat. because your intention is to just go through, get what you're after, for lack of better words, get what you're longing for, need, whatever, desire, whatever, and keep it moving. Now, you do have your instances where you get with them bad, pretty girls, but they fall by the wayside anyway because that's the equivalent of being single and trying to find a good girl amongst the stack of shits. You know what I mean? So those girls with the big titties, cute, all of that, you see her in the bar, the club, wherever you see her at, they slide off anyway because they don't often become the girlfriend anyway. I mean, it just is what it is. It's equivalent to being single. You sleep with more girls than you actually have relationships with. That's just the way of life for men. Women might not like to hear it, might not like it, but that's the truth. So the women that the men cheat with does not reflect anything on the wife or the girlfriend. It really doesn't. It more has to do with opportunity, accessibility, ease of receiving what you're looking for even. And you can find that easier in a woman that's maybe not a dime like your girl or your wife is, for lack of better words. You don't have to like it, leave a comment, but it's true. So if you find that you're one of these women that these guys keep going through you, you don't have to prove anything here, but you might want to look into that. Is cheating actually normal for a guy? That's a close and touchy one. I don't know if you want to say it's normal. I think you want to say it's almost expected. The women that you're with, your girlfriend, your wife, she expects something from you at some point. Even though you probably won't, they have a way that they expect it. Women expect cheating. Your male friends, it's part of being a guy in a sense. It doesn't normalize it. It's just part of being a guy. When you mention that you cheat, there's no surprise amongst men. You know? You may, on that rare occasion, as a friend that goes, oh man, your wife, you cheat on your wife, oh man. But on the whole, there's no surprise amongst men when you talk about that. In a sense, it's kind of more of a surprise when a man doesn't cheat at all. And believe it or not, there's a lot of those out there. Guys get together, you start comparing notes, telling stories, and one of the guys go, oh, damn, I don't cheat. And everybody goes, oh, Mr. Goody Goody, oh. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else might say something like, oh, well, you know what the bitches be doing? You know, they be out there on their thing, too. You don't want to see what's in your white phone. You don't want to see what's in your girl phone. And that is true. That's an actual fact. Don't front on it. It's true. But is cheating actually normal? No, cheating isn't normal. It's not abnormal. It's not normal. I guess cheating for a man is one of those things that really and truly it falls into a gray area. You know, it takes a trip into the gray areas. Some guys might sell it that way like it's normal, but in my opinion, it's one of those things that's in the gray area. Is cheating ever useful? Cheating can be useful. You can have a woman that's not responsive to you, not responsive to your needs, doesn't pay much attention to you in a certain sense, takes you for granted. You've been with somebody a long time. She's not seeing your full value anymore. You go out the house, you do something that shakes up her world a bit, lets her know that you're still valued among other women. That's also a key component I also find with the men when they explain why they cheat. That's something that comes up often because it reminds a woman that you're valued. You see, for women, they walk around every day and somebody wants to sleep with them. Everywhere they go, every day, there's someone that wants to stick something in them. But for a man, it's not the same thing. When you play the honest role and you fall back out of the line, unless you're exceptionally handsome and all that type of stuff, you know, which most normal men aren't. We're pretty normal. You know, the regular 9-to-5ers, the regular guys. You feel out of the loop sometimes. And if your wife isn't the type of woman that reminds you like you're sexy, you're attractive, and listens to you and pay attention to your interests and stuff, yeah. It might be useful for you to cheat and wake her up and remind her. But remember, you run the risk. You cheat and get caught or it gets out there, she could just leave. There's a percentage of women that won't give a second chance. They're just out. Especially considering that if she wasn't paying you much mind, cheating might not be the way for you to go because she wasn't paying you much mind. She might have been slowly losing interest in another direction. That's a whole other topic for a whole other another show. But it's something to consider. You know, it's really something to consider. So, Ladies, I have to drop it on you like that. Cheating can be useful for a man if you need some act right. I mean, there's a percentage of women out there that need that act right. They need to look around and know that their girlfriends could fuck their boyfriends. The boyfriend is not as ugly or cheesy or boring or whatever you made him up to be in your head because you're really on a regular 9 to 5. And he can't wild out and do certain shit because you've already set rules and boundaries on what he should be for you and to you. See, in the dating scene, you experiment with the guys. That's also partially why I think it's not safe or smart for a woman to cheat. But that's another show topic. We'll get into that another time. You know, we're brushing on that now, but we'll have a whole show segment about that. But you see, for a man, when we're single and you're out there and you're meeting women, you get to be all the personas that you see simply by how you dress today. You want to come off like a rap star, you dress like one. And that's a persona that you are today. You want to be the bad boy, you dress like one. You want to be the intelligent business guy, you dress like one. And you can change that image every day if you want to. But when you get into a relationship, those same things that attracted her to you, now become a liability. You're not expected to do those things anymore, even up to your dressing. I got friends that still dress in there with women now, and they're women. They like that they dress because that's how they met them, but they still have an issue with with the fact that they dress like that because that's how other women are gonna like them too. Go figure. It's a conundrum. So, what's a man to do? So yeah, cheating can be useful if you have a situation like that. It's risky, but it can be useful. Very risky, but it can be useful. Married cheaters. I have a bone to pick with married cheaters. I was dealing with a married woman for a quick second, and my problem with it is, although I enjoy what I got from her when I got it, it bothered me because I was going through my own thing too with the cheating. That this woman came here and chilled with me and wild out in such a way that it's just crazy to think that she's gonna go back home and kiss her kids and that same husband, you know? And the thought of that is just troubling because, fellas, you don't really want to know about your woman if she cheats and how she's cheating. You really don't. I guess in hindsight, now that I'm saying it out loud, guys, we really don't want to know. Women don't really want to know what we do when we cheat either. It's not a one-sided thing, so I'm not even going to drop it like it is. It's not. But I just had a problem with that because it just bothered me with the idea that she's married and this guy is her husband, and she come by with me, come here with me, and it's like whatever. Everything is up in the air. Everything is open. And when she's ready, this is something I see is dangerous that women do that cheat, especially married women. You talk about your husband to the side dude. Why do married women think the side guy is interested in hearing anything about your husband? We're not. You're not. A guy's not. A guy doesn't want to hear about your boyfriend, doesn't want to hear about your husband if that's what y'all doing. What he wants to know, he'll pretty much ask. Guy doesn't want to know. But women are under the impression that some guys want to know. I don't know. Maybe it's a way when they thought they justified it themselves, it makes them feel a little better to remember, oh, this is why I'm doing this because he this, that. And then I'm supposed to listen to you and go, oh, yeah, you're right. You don't need that in your life and feed into that. No. Be real with yourself. If you're going to do it, it's something you're doing. It's a choice you're making as an adult. You're going out and do that. And you got to accept all the consequences that come with it, too. The same shit y'all tell us as men. Got to hold yourself to that same criteria. Why do some women tell your wife if they find out you're married? I personally believe women tell your wife if they find out you're married or have a girlfriend because it's their way to resolve the bad feeling that they have in themselves. Because men damn sure as hell, if you like a woman and you find out and you decide to stop fucking with her, you find out she's married and you decide to stop fucking with her, damn sure as hell guys ain't calling to talk to the husband. It has nothing to do with the threat of violence or nothing. Well, no, I'm lying. That plays a small part in it. But that's just not how guys do things. We're not going to do that. It's more of a let live and let live thing. If you did it before, you'll do it again, and then you'll get caught up on another time, and you'll get caught up when you're meant to get caught up. You know what I'm saying? So I personally think that a lot of women, they bust on the guy. They go tell the guy's wife or girlfriend only because they feel like shit. They've been hurt, they've been played, and they want revenge. They need to make themselves feel not so cheap, not so whatever inside. You do have some girls that know that the guy has a girlfriend or a wife and they don't care. So if the girl calls out, they might back up the guy and no, that's not true, that's not true. You have a few of those. But you also have a few that's like, fuck it, yeah, man, yep, I'm fucking him, yep, don't care. But again, like I said for the women, same thing for the men. It's a risk you run if you decide to cheat. You run that risk. But I think that that's the key reason on why women do it. I really think that more than even getting back at you, it's a way for those women to make themselves feel a bit more justified in why they fucked you, why they sucked you, why they gave you money, why they did whatever, why they let you come to their house, whatever the fuck y'all had going on. They justify it by telling your wife so it evens things out inside of them when it truly doesn't. Because a wife is usually so hurt and mad she wants to fight that side bitch too. So that doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, I mean, despite half, I think this is a percentage of them, but most women bust on you just so they can feel better inside. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Cheating with a married woman. Cheating with a married woman, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I don't like it because, unlike even with a girlfriend, at least being my experience, the girlfriends tend to live by themselves or they can get away a bit more. A wife doesn't have that kind of excuse, you know? Your husband following you because he thinks you're something. The whole response to that is different. You know, the whole point of view to that is different. It's your husband. Y'all made a commitment. And then when they're here with you, a part of you keeps feeling like this guy's going to kick in the door or something's going to go wrong and it's just going to go hella in the wrong hella direction. Plus, husbands are known to shoot, stab, and kill for their wife, even though it's the wife that made the decision. The guy didn't twist her arm, but it hurts. And I get it. When a guy's hurt, you know, we see red and we don't make the most sound decisions. So cheating with a married woman, to me, it wasn't getting it. I didn't like it. It had too many stipulations, and I didn't like it. And then the irony to it is, and I'm not the only guy that went through this, the married women have a way of wanting to claim you as the side guy. You shouldn't have no girlfriends and anything that cut into their time because their time is a little bit more valuable. They can't get away as often. They can't do as much. So you should be more readily available to them. And they get jealous and attitudes and stuff. Man, that's bullshit. You're not being real. Some of them start that I love you shit and want to be in love and live like a fairy tale side thing. You know, the forbidden fruit kind of thing. That's a fantasy. Man, you can get a stripper to sell you that fantasy. You can pay your money and never have to worry about him calling and showing up. You know, a lot of chicks in that situation are not real. Women don't cheat very well. They cheat often. They cover up better. But once you get in there and find out what they was doing, they don't cheat very well. Everything is pretty much on the table. They get mixed all emotionally mixed in and everything. So, nah, to me, the married women, I wouldn't do it again. I did it once, I wouldn't do it again. I didn't like it, and I would advise against it. But fellas, you're going to do what you want to do out there. You're going to do what you want to do, but I would advise against it. So cheating, I would simply advise against that too. Why not just talk to your partner and see if you can make an agreement to have an open relationship? Or talk to that partner and let them know that you're going out because you can't get all that you need. That's grown up, right? You don't sugarcoat things for an adult. But anyway, that was a quick thought that I had, and I just wanted to pass it on. There's not a whole lot of in-depth talking on this version of it. I did a show like this, I think once or twice before, and it always gets good reviews. There's always a lot of comments, and people ask me points of views to talk about. But I wanted to brush up against it again. We'll address it again on another time, another date with some guests, males and females, and get the points of views from everybody. Have some drinks and make it fun. I mean, right now, this is just fodder for your ear. You know what I'm saying? It's lyrical shrapnel. Anyway, don't cheat. This is Sess Videoz. Like and subscribe. When you like, you let YouTube know that this is a show that people like and more people would watch and should see. So click that like button. When you push subscribe is like adding me to your friends list. So I'm always with you. Every time you go through your YouTube, you can see me in your friends list. You can see me in your feed. The things I post come up in your feed. If you click the bell icon, every time I upload something, your phone or your computer or whatever will get a notification and let you know, boom, Mr. Sess just uploaded. So you can check out whatever I'm talking about. Thanks for listening and giving me some of your time and enjoying the convo. Leave a comment. Leave some suggestions. You know what I mean? I love them. And it's time for me to go. Sess Videoz. And